Hello, my wonderful students. Today you are going to review sentence fragments and run-ons and how to correct them. So let's see. Correcting sentence fragments. A fragment is a piece that has broken off from a larger object. So when you think of a sentence fragment, it is an incomplete sentence. It is an idea, it's a piece of an idea rather than a whole complete idea. It cannot stand on its own. So how do we correct sentence fragments? Let's look at this example. Bought some new shoes and a dress. If you remember from the previous lessons, a complete sentence is made up of a subject and a predicate. This statement here, bought some new shoes and a dress, is a predicate, but we are missing the subject, who bought some new shoes and dress. So how do we correct it? Let's add a subject, Sarah. Sarah bought new shoes and a dress. The correct sentence includes a subject, Sarah, and the predicate, bought some new shoes and a dress. Let's look at another example. Sarah, some new shoes and a dress. It's a fragment because it's missing the main verb. What did Sarah do? Or what's the verb? In this case, Sarah wants some new shoes and a dress. And that's a correct sentence that includes the subject, Sarah, the main verb, wants, and the remaining of what she wants, some new shoes and a dress. Sarah wanted the new shoes until she saw the price. So this sounds like they're two complete sentences, but they're actually not, because until she saw the price is not a complete sentence. It's dependent on the first statement. So the second part is a fragment. And how do we fix it? Sarah wanted the new shoes until she saw the price. We just removed the period and lowercase u. Now it's clear that Sarah wanted the new shoes until she saw the price. Expensive. So let's do some practice. Let me know, or think to yourself, if this sentence is a fragment or a complete sentence. Went to the theme park yesterday. It's a fragment. It needs a subject. We went to the theme park yesterday. We on the biggest roller coaster. Is this a fragment or a sentence? You got it. It's a fragment because it needs a verb. We rode on the biggest roller coaster. We ate hot dogs and left after the fireworks. This is a complete sentence because it has a subject, we, the main verb ate, and the predicate ate hot dogs and left after the fireworks. Fragment or sentence. We left because the park was closing. You got it, fragment. The second part is a fragment, a dependent clause. We left because the park was closing. So we should not have two separate sentences here because the second is not a complete sentence. It needs to be connected to the first statement. So now let's go to our Google form so that you could complete the first step. So the first step is to read each sentence that is provided and write if, on the answer part, write if it's correct or if it's a fragment. Then, if it's a fragment, you will turn the fragment into a complete sentences. Here's an example. Because I'm still in school. This is a fragment, and how can we correct it? You could add the subject. I cannot travel to Mexico because I'm still in school. So you are going to complete those. Once you reach to step 2, you will go back to, you're actually going to watch the next video. You're going to go back to the video and you will continue with the next step. So our next step is correcting run-on sentences. A run-on sentence is made out of two complete thoughts that are not joined properly. A comma by itself is not enough to join two complete thoughts. You need to use a comma and a joining word or coordinating conjunction to combine two complete thoughts. So let's look at some examples. I play soccer. I watch all the games on TV. It's a run-on sentences. It has two complete thoughts that are jammed together. I play soccer and I watch all the games on TV. Those two statements can stand alone, so they should not go together. How do we correct this? By adding a comma and a joining word like and, but, or. So I play soccer, comma, and I watch all the games on TV. Another way to fix the problem is to break the run-on sentences into two separate sentences. I play soccer, period. I watch all the games on TV. Pia plays guitar. She's not in a band. Once again, this is a run-on sentences because it has two complete thoughts that are joined only by a comma. So how do we fix it? You add comma and a coordinating conjunction. So Pia plays guitar, comma, but she's not in a band. And the second way of fixing this run-on sentence is by separating the two statements into two complete sentences. Pia plays guitar. She's not in a band. Now let's do some practice. Is this a run-on or complete sentence? Or correct sentence? It is cold out. I don't want to wear my heavy coat. This is a run-on. It needs a comma followed by a joining word. It is cold out, comma, but I don't want to wear my heavy coat. Second example. Elena will pick me up. We'll go ice skating. Is this run-on or correct? You got it. It's run-on, and you need to add a joining word after the comma. Elena will pick me up, comma, and we'll go ice skating. Next example. Should I buy new skates or should I wait until next year? Is this run-on or correct? This is correct. It has a comma followed by a joining word. Let's go back to our Google form and complete step 2. So step 2, read each sentence. If it's a run-on, write run-on. If it's correct, write correct. Then fix the run-on sentence if it's a run-on sentence. So, for example, 4 students work on the paper every day after school. Others help sometimes. The answer, this is a run-on. And how do we fix it? 4 students work on the paper every day after school, period. Others help sometimes. Also, remember that you could have fixed this sentence by adding a comma and a joining word. So you could have said, 4 students work on the paper every day after school, comma, and others help sometimes. Go ahead and work on the following sentences. And then once you get to step 3, you will complete IXL activity, Language Arts Grade A, Z7. Is it a complete sentence fragment or a run-on? And as always, you know that 90 to 100 gives you a 4, 76 to 80% gives you a 3, and 70 to 75% gives you a 2. Happy working. Have a good day.